Okay, welcome to Cooking with the Doctor. It's your host James here, and today we're having a special episode. Okay, this is St. Patrick's Day, so with this we're going to be making a a variation on like the Guinness stout beef stew, and we're making an amber Bock beef stew. So for this, what you're going to need is you're going to need the beef, okay, preferably either, a cut that, something that you dice up yourself, or as I got from the store, something that straight up just says beef for stewing. Okay, you need that. You're going to need the beer. Okay, you're going to need just one of these. I'm using, as you see here, ZiegenBock. It's a Texas amber Bock. You're going to want some beef, or it could be chicken, either way, broth, and then I'm going to be adding carrots, parsley, onion, and potato later on. Okay, so for the main event right here, okay, so we're in here I already have this on high, though you could put it on low. I'll actually put it on low, because we have time to cook it throughout the day. So first things first, let's actually get let's start off with the broth here. Okay, so I'm going to get that in here. And so this is what, yeah, it's weird. It's listed by weight. It's a half pound, but it's a small little container right here. Like that. Then I'm going to toss the beef in. I got, what is it? It says 0.7 pounds of beef. Okay. You want to be careful there. Well, one moment here. Hey, back here. My dad was on the phone, so I decided to pick up. Being at St. Patrick's Day and my dad, so got to talk to him for a little bit. So, alrighty. So we have the beef broth. We have the beef in there as well. And now I'm going to be adding, not the entire beer. Well, let me see here. Maybe. Getting close to the whole thing. Yeah, probably about 2/3 of the beer is what I'm using for that. Let me get the beef kind of spread out. Let me see here. Considering I'm going to be adding a few more things, screw it, I'm going to be putting the whole 12 ounces right there. Okay. So with that, I have it on low. I am going to be putting the lid on, and we'll be getting back to this probably in about 2-3 hours when we'll be adding the other stuff as well. The key is getting the beef starting up there. Okay, so see you guys in a little bit.
6 months later.
Alright, so it's been about 2.5 hours or so since we've gotten this stew started. So with that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the vegetables and such ready to put in. So I'm just going to go down here, and I've already washed off the carrot and potato, so I'm just going to get dice in here. Okay, doesn't need to be with the carrots. Well, really with any of these that we're putting in here, whatever size works for you. Just with the potatoes, don't be putting them in whole. Okay, so we're getting some carrots. That. Yeah, let's make it at the very ends. So, get this carrot put over to the side. I'm just tossing it in right off camera is, actually, yeah, right there. You can actually see right there. Obviously, I had the crock pot closed that entire time, but I had it on low. I'm going to keep it on low. Okay, let's get some potatoes. Using some white potatoes here. You can use, if you want to use red potatoes, go for it. You want to use russet, like that typical potato, go for it. Shit, if you want to do turnips even, go for it as well. So I'm cutting these potatoes into eighths. Okay. Toss them in. And with this, I'm using a broth, but you can use a stock. I mean, the stock's going to be more of that bone flavoring, whereas the broth is going to have more of the meat itself flavoring. So it's really up to you and what you want to do with it. Okay. Also, if you were going to be using a stout as opposed to the amber Bock, consider using chicken stock or chicken broth as opposed to beef, just because the stout flavor is already going to make it pretty heavy. So let's see here. Dealing with onion here, and this is one whole small white onion here. You can use white, yellow, red, really doesn't matter. Okay, so the key with the onion here is just to get this top layer off. So that's what I'm working on. Because yeah, that top layer of the onion you never want to use. That's never going to be any good for you. Okay, so we got onion almost ready. I figure I just quarter it. And that's really all you're going to need. You don't need to dice it up real fine. But then when I'm putting it over, let me show you what's going on over here. So when I'm getting in on this action, I'm going to go ahead and kind of break the onion up. Like separate the layers before I put them in. Now see, when you're putting things in, like don't be tossing them in because you might get some splashback and that's no good. And as far as cooking times, okay, so this is going to probably be cooking for a good 5-6 hours total from start to finish. Okay, we're about 2.5 hours in already. And that's because this is on low. If you need to do it quicker, okay, and you don't have that sort of time, you can obviously put it on high, your crock pot on high. That though, the first thing you need to do is you need to keep an eye on it, or at least a closer eye. I mean, I'm keeping an eye on this, but you're going to need to be checking in probably every half hour at least, just to make sure that you're not burning the shit out of everything. Okay, almost got all the onion in. Now with the onions, you can put a lot of onion in any sort of stew or soup, anything you're crock potting. Any sort of onion. Oh, hey there, dude, come on. No, you need to be away from here right now. I know you're interested. Got the dude over here off camera. He's like, hey, you're doing something, so I'm going to come bother you. And I'm like, okay. And then we're going to have some parsley. Okay, so here's some off right here. Okay, so let me get the camera back down over here. Got all these bags for the vegetables. Okay, so this, yeah. Let's get this all nice and chopped up. And this is about all you need. I mean, I know when I bought it, there was a lot more parsley in that bag. I'll have to figure out something to do with it the next few days before it goes bad. But yeah, so a bunch of parsley. You don't need it really finely chopped up, but you want it to be chopped up at least a little bit. Okay. Let me get my other hand at least parsley free, because the parsley is sticking to this. So yeah, you should be able to see everything there. Okay, so with this, I'm going to stir it up because you want this all stirred in. Okay. As far as the... Okay, so I'm looking here. This is nice, good. Yes, as far as the liquid level, okay, because a stew, it's going to be soaking a lot of it up. So you definitely do want some liquid, definitely visible at this point. But just know over the next few hours, all of the beef and all of the vegetables will soak it up. So with that, I'm going to put the lid on, and we're going to get back to that in about somewhere in 2.5 to 3.5 hours. We'll get back where I'll do the reveal and review it.
2,000 years later.
Alright, we're back, and we're actually on hour 7 of this stewing. Okay, so with that, I just, I had it on for about an hour or so on high, trying to thicken it up. We got thickened up a little bit, so it's going to be a little on the soupy side, but I say whatever. It's just a little more broth, a little more liquid, so it's not going to hurt anything. So here we go to try. And also, just to let you know, I added a bit of garlic salt. And that's kind of, salt to taste, that sort of thing. So, just to show you what we're dealing with down over here. Yeah, like I said, it's a bit on the, you can see that soupiness, but it'll buff out. It'll be just fine. So let's see here. Let's get some of this going. Yeah, in retrospect, I probably should have put half that bottle of amber Bock in, but hindsight's 20/20. It didn't affect the taste because I tasted the broth earlier, and that was just fine. It was just as far as the liquid consistency. So let's see here. Got a little piece of carrot. Yeah, that's really good. I mean, that's just a hearty taste right there. Okay, let me get some of this. Now let me show you some of the beef here. Yeah, not quite in focus or quite the angle where you can really see what's going on, but yeah, that's good. That is ridiculous. Yeah. I really didn't even need to chew it. Like, it just fell apart in my mouth. Like that's really good. That's really good. And let's try some of the potato here. Okay. Temperature-wise hot, not like spicy hot at all. Like this doesn't even register on the spicy scale, but yeah. So this. Give me another bite before I give my verdict. So as far as the plan itself, you know, I think that was a solid B plus sort of plan. Nothing fancy, just a rock solid, you know, and not just for St. Patrick's Day, but just really for whenever you want. This is a good hearty stew idea. Execution, I'll give this one an A minus. Where the only thing that where I think I went wrong was should have kept it at half. I either have more of the solids, more of the beef, the carrots, the potatoes, the onions, or use less beer. Those would have been my only two things, just as far as the liquid consistency. But this still works just fine. Like, I'm not criticizing it. Otherwise, the only other thing I would change is maybe put some cabbage in next time. Maybe consider that. So, yeah, so right there, that's, I mean, it's an all-day ordeal. Well, not all day, but, you know, quite a chunk of your day ordeal. But, I mean, shoot, that's something where you can go ahead and you can run errands. You can be doing all other sorts of stuff during the day. You don't have to be sitting there tending it all the time. I mean, shoot, as you can tell, I'm in a different shirt here. That's because, I mean, I went to the gym and then came back, did some work prepping for this upcoming week of class, and then, you know, I ended up taking a shower, and I didn't have to check on this once. Well, I mean, I checked on it a few times, but I mean, you know, you really don't have to check up on it. Like, you can go out, you can do different things. So, all right. So, a quick update. So, I ordered an SD card. I was hoping that it would be showing up yesterday or Friday. It was one of those things. Amazon Prime, typically 2 days shipping. This though, ended up shipping. Ended up being like, for whatever reason, it's saying, hey, it's not actually going to be showing up on Friday. It's going to be showing up on Tuesday. So it should be showing up tomorrow because it's already in town. It's already in McAllen. So with that, yeah. So just with that SD card, that means I'm going to be running videos. I'll be able to store videos in, like, you know, the highest definition this phone can run. Like, you know, so we'll get to play with some really good video quality going forward, where I don't have to worry about, oh, how much space do I have, where I can be running it as ridiculously high video quality and frame rates and all of that good stuff. So, all right, talk to you guys later.